Howdy folks, it's Not Jay from Not Jay Tabletop Gaming, and we are going to start a series where I go through showing you some of the models that I have and how I've been using them to play Fistful of Lead. This particular series is going to focus on Fistful of Lead Galactic Heroes using the Fantasy Flight Games Star Wars Legion models that I have. So we'll see eventually we'll see all the models that I've been using, that I've been painting up. Most of them currently are Fantasy Flight Games models. There will be some 3D printed models as well, but tonight we're going to do Han Solo and his crew for the Battle of Endor scenario that I have been working on. So strap in, come along for the ride. We're going to jump right in. I hope you enjoy it. So here we have Han Solo. He is painted up as he was on Endor for the battle to take down the shield generator. He was a pretty fun model to paint. Took me, I don't know, 2-3 hours to get him like this. He was one of the first Fantasy Flight Star Wars Legions models I painted. I think he turned out pretty well. Really enjoyed it. Believe it or not, I enjoyed painting him. I think I did a good job. So we'll go ahead and discuss his stats here real quickly. For Fistful of Lead Galactic Heroes, he does carry a DL-44 heavy pistol. That's going to give him a range of 6 inches for short, 12 inches for long. Nothing real special on that. Just, Han Solo's pistol. He does have the leader trait, and then that gives him the additional abilities of cool-headed, lightning fast, lucky, and the crew trait is, for all of these guys, is going to be tactical. So what does leader do? Leader gives him a +1 to recover shaken or wounded any model within 12 inches. Cool-headed gives him a +1 to all shaken recovery rolls. Lightning fast is, if he is shot at, he makes a hard task roll of an 8+. If successful, the shooter misses. Basically, he's able to dodge. Lucky, he can re-roll any die roll once per turn. And then tactical is you replace one of your regulars with a specialist in the crew. So, and the reason why I've given the crew tactical is because we've got Chewbacca here, who is definitely going to be a specialist. Also, with Han Solo, he's just a standard 10-10. He shoots it on a D10. His close combat is a D10. Nothing really extra special on that. So, but now we'll go ahead and take a look at Chewbacca. And here he is. He was a very fun one to paint as well. I think I did a pretty good job with him. He's a big guy. As you can see, standing up next to Han Solo, he is modeled to be much taller. And they are shinier than they really look underneath these on the camera underneath the lights. So that's is what it is. But yeah, here is Chewbacca. Han Solo's co-pilot, right-hand man, right-hand Wookiee. Really an excellent model. Again, really fun to paint. So let's take a look at Chewbacca and his stats. He too is a 10-10, nothing fancy on that. His traits are ferocious and large. Ferocious gives him the ability to add a +1 to wound rolls in close combat, and large is enemy shooters do have a +1 to hit him. However, he gets 4 wounds, and he's +1 to close combat wound rolls. So, combined with ferocious, he's a +2 on the wound rolls in close combat. So, pretty beefy guy. He's got the bowcaster. Chewbacca's bowcaster's got a short range of 16, long range of 32. It gets treated as a laser rifle per the rules, but it also has a +1 armor piercing, and is an ammo hog. And what ammo hog means is that when you roll a 1 when shooting, that puts you into out of ammo, and you have to do a reload process. With ammo hog, a 1 or a 2 gets you out of ammo. So the benefit of being armor piercing and having a longer range ends up costing you with the disadvantage of the ammo hog. So there's Chewbacca. So our next guy, this is why we took tactical for this crew, is we've got the Rebel soldier with a rotary cannon. I've given him the name of Jost Dalados. Jost Dalados. Jost Dalados. And he is a Rebel trooper. Again, done up in the uniform of going to Endor. I decided to go ahead and give them a camouflage pattern on some of their equipment, on some of their clothing. I just kind of liked the idea, and I thought it was fun to paint. I thought it turned out really good. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what Jost has got. He is also a 10-10 shoot and close combat. He's got loads of ammo and is observant, and his weapon is the Z6 rotary laser cannon and a combat knife. What that Z6 rotary laser cannon does, it's got a range of 18 short, 36 long. It's got burst, is ammo hog, and must be used by a specialist, and that's why we've got that specialist or that tactical, is because I wanted to be able to have both Chewbacca and this guy on the same team. And again, ammo hog gives you the out of ammo on the roll of a 1 or a 2. What burst fire does, though, is you use the 3-inch blast template and ignore the wound modifiers on the template. You roll to hit any miniature that is at least half covered by that template. These shots are at a -1 to hit due to the inaccuracy of spraying an area, but putting out that much firepower automatically makes the shooter out of ammo. So he does have to reload every time he uses the burst fire option. It's not required that he uses it every time, but if he does choose to do it, he does have to reload. And then what Observant does for him is he's able to spot hidden models 12 inches out instead of 6 inches out. He also ignores the penalty shooting at creepy models. So if he's shooting at a creepy model, normally it's a +1 to hit. In this instance, he gets to go ahead and ignore that. So who is next on the list? Well, none other than Galrin Barris. Galrin Barris is right here. Again, just a standard Rebel trooper. He's got a camouflage jacket, just plain brown pants. Again, I thought he turned out really nice. I really like him. He's a really good model from Fantasy Flight. He's carrying his assault rifle there. Quite a nice model. I like him a lot. He is, again, a 1010. He's the medic of the team. And he carries the A280 blaster rifle with a combat knife. The A280 is a standard weapon. It is the 12 short, 24 long, and has burst fire capability. So think of it as kind of like an AK-47 or an M16 in the real world. He can either fire it single shot mode, or he can fire it in full automatic mode. So if he goes full auto with it, it's going to run him out of bullets real quick. So, and I didn't mention combat knife and what it does. It's in close combat. It wins ties versus opponents without close combat knives, so, or close combat weapons. So it's the tiebreaker. So all of Han doesn't have one. Chewbacca doesn't have one for, because you didn't see them carrying them, so I didn't have them. But yeah, there you have it. And medic, he can expend an action to roll a 5+, and he heals one wound. Now that's handy. He does have to be in base-to-base contact with the recipient of the medical treatment. But if he rolls a 5 or better on his D10, well, you know what? His recipient of the medical treatment removes a wound. However, that being said, if he rolls a 1 or less, and you can roll 1 or less based off of shock and whatnot, he will inflict an additional wound to the recipient of the medical treatment. So it's kind of a gamble, but it's handy to have, being able to get rid of that one wound and not relying on the Queen of Hearts to come up every time. So our last guy is Vash Catshore. Vash Catshore. Again, just your single rebel fighter. Again, a really good model to paint. I really enjoyed him. Painting him up quite a bit. I liked him quite a lot. I think he turned out real nice. They all turned out, I think, really well. And I made them look different. I don't like painting everything to look exactly the same, especially with the Rebels. I feel the Rebels are kind of this ragtag group that's, putting together what they can, when they can, how they can. So there's that. And he is loyal. He is also a 1010. He's loyal. He carries the A280 blaster rifle as well with a combat knife. And loyal means that he will not leave the plane area while another member of the crew remains. In other words, he will not voluntarily leave the battlefield. So, there you have it. That is Han's crew for the Battle of Endor scenario. I'm going to go ahead and get some good photos of the crew together and of individuals to show up there. I hope you enjoyed the video. Throw your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Press the click the subscribe button. Click the little bell thing to let you know when I'm going to start doing these or have these loaded. I'm looking to hopefully have Mondays and Fridays to be video uploads, and of course Wednesdays are the live shows, Chronicle of Not Jay. I hope you enjoyed this short video. There will be more to come. We'll see you on the flip side.